Hey folks, this is Johnny again, and we have here something really cool. It's probably one of my favorite features in Studio One as far as sharing and saving songs. I'm going to show you guys why the convert to zip file is the best option for sharing. And as always, if you guys could, I would love it if you would like and subscribe to my channel. You can also hit the join button, become a member, and throw in a few bucks to keep things going. You can also go to Patreon. And when you go to Patreon, you'll actually be able to join and check out videos that I can't post here on YouTube. And you'll also be able to enjoy all of these videos ad free over on Patreon. So if you don't want to subscribe to premium there for YouTube, if you're a Patreon member, you can always go over, become a Patreon member, and you can see all of these videos without ads. It's very cool. And many of them are unedited, so you'll have a little bit more content to devour over there. All right, so let's go ahead and go to the classroom. So now the big thing here, oops, I think I screwed up here. Hold on a second. I forgot to hide my OBS. There we go. Now it's gone. Now you guys have seen a little bit of the background on how I do this here. So on my PC, I've only got a single monitor. So the single monitor, it's harder to do these on a single monitor, but the cool part is OBS offers to hide when I'm actually doing my thing and switching scenes and everything. All right, so let's get past that. There's a little behind the scenes. I won't edit that out. I'll let everybody see that. All right, so here we are in a song. It's the song I used in the last video, but I don't know if you've ever had this problem. Some people use this. Let me go here and say, we'll see song. I always forget where this is. So you have a couple of options here. The convert to is what I'm talking about. But you also have the save to a new folder option here. So I know that a lot of people that actually use the save to a new folder option, some people complain, hey, when the guy that I sent it to got the files, some files were missing and I don't know why. Okay. Excuse me. Also, if you go to Windows and you actually go to, I think it's in Documents, Studio One, and there we go, the songs folder. And some people actually copy out of this and put it into a zip folder, and they send it to somebody to go, I'm talking too fast. I'm going to slow down now. And they'll say, hey, the guy opened up the song, and some files are missing. Okay, sometimes it has to do with not optimizing the pool and things like that. And there's another video coming on that too, by the way. But for the most part, that should work. Some people will take this folder and upload it directly to Dropbox or WeTransfer or whatever that is, and then they actually send stuff off that way. But I have seen a lot of people say, well, I'm missing files. Sometimes it's just punches and stuff that didn't get included in the song, and sometimes the songs play anyway. You just bypass that error. But I have found that this feature is 99.9% foolproof. Now, I haven't seen it fail, but I'm not going to say 100% because that'll be the time it'll screw up. But this feature is my favorite. Let me show you how this works. And opening the song is even easier. All right. So you see I have my song here. I'm actually going to shrink the screen down a little bit. So here's my Studio One right here. And then here's all my crap on my desktop. All right. So now, one of the things that you can do is this. You go to File and you say Convert to. You can convert to zip file. And once you click on that, it opens up this dialog box. And we're going to go ahead and we want to put it on the desktop. And I'm going to say, let's say I was sending this to Johnny Lipsham. So I'm going to say parentheses for JL. Shout out to Johnny Lipsham. All right, so now it's going to save this zip file on the desktop. I'm just going to go save. Now, this will work also on a Mac, exactly the same way. So you have a couple of options here. You can do lossless audio files, FLAC files, and you can upload it to Studio One Plus, which is another video that's coming soon. This file sharing option is absolutely beautiful if you're a Studio One Plus user. All right, but we're not going to do that right now. So we can choose if we want the file size to be a little bit smaller. We can. What's this? I can't bend this one. So if you want the file size to be a little bit smaller, you can actually use the lossless audio file compression, the FLAC files. Or you can just simply do it this way, and I believe that the default file is WAV files. So the files are a little bit bigger because though WAV files are uncompressed, so you can actually do two of them and compare the file sizes. But in this case, I'm going to do the FLAC files because it actually does work a little bit faster. Okay, so now down here, this is really important. If you're going to share the song with somebody, you need to know what sound sets you are using. And in this case, I'm using a lot of sound sets. So you have to make sure that if that person is going to open up the song, this is the foolproof part. Foolproof part, that you need to let them know that they are going to need all of these sound set files for this song to open up the same way it does for you. Okay, it helps a lot. Otherwise, you can just go ahead and you can render all of the files out if you want to. Since these are WAV files, then since these particular tracks are just loops and samples, those will copy automatically, but the plugins won't unless you have the proper plugins. So you can see that a lot of these are for some of the instruments and stuff that are being used here in the song and their associated sounds. And then, of course, it will list even third-party plugins here. If you have something that you go ahead and you do this file and you let your friend know before you send it, you send them a screenshot of this, and let's say you have a third-party plugin that he doesn't have, and they can go, oh, hold on, don't send that. I don't have that plugin and I can't afford that plugin. So what you would do is you would cancel and you would go back and you would go ahead and you would transform that particular VST instrument to an audio track. Makes sense? And you would just get the audio and you doesn't have to buy the plugin. But that's the cool part about this Convert to and zip file. That is the cool part about this. I'm going to redo this here. Wasn't planning on going back, but let's see. 4JL. Make sure that happens there. Maybe I'll even send this to him, see if you can add a saxophone track to it. All right, you hit save, and there we go. There's the box. So remember, you can choose lossless or just WAV files. You can upload it to Studio One Plus, and I can't wait to do that video because Studio One Plus is awesome. So you can choose that. You have a list of all of the sound sets that person should have if they want to open up the song the same. And then, of course, you have the plugins. And, of course, I'm only using Studio One plugins. I don't really have that many third-party plugins, but I do have MT Power Drums. So let me show you this. I'm going to do this again. All right. So now, if for whatever reason I went ahead and I put in MT Power Drums. That's capital M, capital T, not empty as in empty glass. Okay, so I put that in there. Now, let's see if I'm right with this. I've actually never tested this. So I'm going to go File, I'm going to say Convert to, I'm going to say Zip File, and I'm going to say this again. Just parenthesis 4JL, close parenthesis. And I'm going to say save, and there we go. See, it lists it in here so that you know what to tell the person they're going to need. Since he doesn't have that, I will assume he doesn't, or he actually says he doesn't have it, I will assume that he isn't going to want to go out and buy it. So I would actually cancel, and I would do the right click in the transform to audio so we had the audio tracks. You know what, today, this is the second video today, I'm really over-explaining, and I do apologize, but I hope it makes sense. So I'm going to click OK. All right, so now I am going to close this song. Let me open up my toolbar. Oh, it is open. I'm going to say close, and that's it. So now I'm going to minimize this. So now if I go to my desktop, and I right-click, and I say refresh. All right, where did it go? Where did the zip file go? Oh, you know what? I didn't choose. You know what I didn't do? I didn't choose the location. Because I closed the saving and opened it so many times, All right, so we'll do this the right way. You guys are going to like, oh, he's not going to show me this again. Convert to zip file. And yeah, see, I didn't do this. I want to go to the desktop. And then I'm going to say 4JL. And I'm going to click save. And I'm going to do the same thing and click OK. Sometimes repetition is the best teacher, unless it bores you to death. All right, so we're going to shrink this down. And there we go. Whoops, is that it? Mixing. Yeah, 4JL. Okay, so now here's the cool part. This is the part of this that I love. So you go ahead and you put it up on WeTransfer or you put it up on Dropbox. They go ahead and download it and they put it on their desktop. Here's the beauty. I'm going to go here and I'm going to close this song. I don't want to save it. Now, once you get this done, the awesome part about this is, and I'm getting excited over silly things, I'm going to just take this zip folder and go boom. You just drop it anywhere into the middle here, and now I have a new version of this song. So it makes it so easy to move things and transfer, and you can see I didn't get any error for files missing because Studio One puts everything it needs to open up perfectly in the zip file. Doesn't always do it when you do the save to a new folder, especially if you're using files that are off on another drive. If you don't actually bring in those files into Studio One, you have the option to copy external files. Let's say you forget to check that when you actually do a copy to a new folder and all of that stuff, and then those files are missing. The zip file option does all of that automatically, and it opens it up. So now I'm just going to go ahead. I'm going to save as, and you can see it's actually, let's see, where's it putting it? It's putting it, oh, is it putting it in the documents? That's cool. All right, so let's see here. So it's opening it up as, oops, you know what? I think, did I open up the wrong one? I don't see the JL moniker here. Oh, that's because, okay, that's because I only saved the 4JL to the zip file. I didn't change the name of the song. That's actually a good thing to point out so that you guys don't feel, okay, it's not saying the right things. If I go ahead and I quickly click, you try to say that, save, and go to the main page, there we go. Now you can see I have 3 of them. This was the original. This is the one I tested before this video. This is the one I just did. So now you can see here that it automatically saves to the drive that I did the original song on. So you don't have to move it, you don't have to save it and resave it, because when it opens, it automatically connects to where your song folder is, so it keeps everything the same. Okay. Hopefully I didn't go too fast. Hopefully today I'm on this really bad over-explaining thing. So we'll see. What I'd like you guys to do, if you guys have any questions or comments, please leave it in the comments. I'd like to see the comments area get a little more active. The last couple of videos got some really great comments and stuff as far as what I'm showing. And this is just another Mixing 101 tip for you guys that are just getting started with Studio One, and maybe there's something in here for the guys that have been working for a while. Not a lot of people know about the convert to zip. They like, what the heck is that? It makes the song sharing easy, and if you've got Studio One Plus, super easy. You can share it on any of your workspaces over there in Studio One Plus, and there will also be a video coming out for that very soon. All right, so I hope you guys got something from this, and I will see you all in the next video.